College football fans, get ready for a wild ride. The latest NCAA football scores are in, and they're packed with thrilling matchups, nail-biting finishes, and a few surprises that might just shake up the rankings. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these early season games a true indicator of a team's potential, or just a fleeting glimpse of what's to come? Let's dive into the action, region by region, and explore the standout moments that have everyone talking. East. The East region kicked off with some high-scoring affairs, like Albright's dominant 35-9 win over Widener, setting the tone for a competitive weekend. Amherst's 30-14 victory over Tufts showcased their offensive firepower, while Bentley's 41-34 overtime win against American International proved that every second counts. And this is the part most people miss. Smaller programs like Brockport, 56-0 over Hartwick, and Merchant Marine, 49-0 over Norwich, are making statements with shutout victories that demand attention. Duke's 38-3 rout of Syracuse and Yale's 41-24 win over Cornell highlight the Ivy League's early season prowess. But it's not all about the big names. Teams like Framingham State, 46-40 overtime win over Bridgewater, and Stevenson, 55-20 over FDU Florham, are proving that underdog stories are alive and well. Down south, the action was just as intense. Albany State GA crushed Allen 57-14, while James Madison's 35-10 win over Georgia Southern solidified their position as a powerhouse. Here's a bold take. Could Georgia Tech's 30-29 overtime win over Wake Forest be a turning point for their season? Meanwhile, Vanderbilt's 55-35 victory over Utah State shows they're not to be underestimated. But let's not overlook the close games, like Methodist's 20-19 edge over Apprentice, which remind us that every point matters. Midwest. The Midwest brought its own brand of excitement, with Alma's 29-26 overtime win over Hope showcasing the region's grit. Cincinnati's 37-34 win over Kansas and Illinois' 34-32 victory over Southern Cal were edge-of-your-seat thrillers. But here's a question to ponder. Is North Dakota State's 51-13 blowout of South Dakota a sign of things to come, or just a one-off performance? Teams like DePaul, 28-0 over Wittenberg, and Worcester, 38-0 over Oberlin, are making noise with their defensive dominance, proving that a strong defense can be just as game-changing as a high-powered offense. Southwest, Far West. In the Southwest, North Texas's 36-22 win over South Alabama and Notre Dame's 56-13 rout of Arkansas stole the spotlight. Here's a controversial thought. Is Notre Dame back in contention, or is it too early to tell? Out west, Mount Union's 42-23 win over Baldwin Wallace reminds us why they're a perennial favorite. But let's not forget the smaller programs making waves, like Concordia, Wisconsin, whose 28-20 double overtime win over Benedictine, Illinois, proves that heart and determination can overcome the odds. Final thoughts. As the dust settles on another weekend of college football, one thing is clear. This season is shaping up to be unpredictable and thrilling. But here's the real question. Which teams will rise to the top and which will fall short of expectations? Are the early standouts here to stay, or will new contenders emerge as the season progresses? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate the highlights, the surprises, and the controversies that make college football the ultimate spectacle.